Okay, we're good here. All right, mic. Check. That looks all right. Check. Maybe a little too hot. All right, that's a few of you coming in. Hey, Ben Boyd. Hope you played last week. Oh, that was one. I remember you posted that up last week. Good for you. Maybe we'll take a peek at that today. All right, let's see. So had some 2 weeks ago. It was mic was too low. Last week mic was too high. Oh, standing here just about right. That could be a little hot. I'm looking at the mic read. It shows me it's a little hot. Is that better there? Seems like, at least from what I'm looking at, no BS. Is that Ben Boyd? Is that decent? Not too loud? Not too soft? Let's hope so. All right. Well, markets are all over the place today. What we got here? Oh, we'll try and get 4 or 5 more on. We'll get her started. All right. U.S. equities, big sell-off. They're recovering it now. Oh, be interesting to see how that resolves. Okay, let's see. Hope you let's see. Yeah, here. So it's not too hot, not too light. Okay, good. I just a few people. I get comments. People say, "Hey man, I can barely hear you." And next week it's like, "Holy shit, turn that thing down." Trying to find the sweet spot. Oh. All right, I got a nice lineup here from you guys. Appreciate you guys posting here. I got an easy one to start with. Well, let's see. We'll try and I'll get 10 and 12 on here, and we'll get it rolling. All right, that's maybe 1, 2 more. Everybody hear me all right? Disclaim. All right, let's get one more. One more, we'll take it. Sorry. Oh, well, Ben Boyd, I got to go look it on. I didn't play it. I remember thinking I liked it. There we go. Okay, all right. There's Motasem. Yeah, you hear me all right. Okay, guys. All right, we've disclaimed the shit out of it. All right. We have to do that. It's kind of silly, but there we go. All right. So here I am looking up. Here I'm trying to look up over here. So once I look at the chart, then you're not looking at my chin. Okay. So first up here, this is always easy for me. This is one of my senseis here. This is PK Savenda. Of course, members will know him well. I like to remind people he's my most credentialed Elliottian, right? So I really pay attention to his work. He's one of my go-to guys when I'm not sure, or if I'm struggling, as I am in the ES, so that count is a bit elusive. Perhaps clearing up a little bit today with this price action. So this is one, he's mentioned this one a couple of times to me. This is SoundHound. Looks like... the way he's drawn it looks like he's in here now. Well, I'm not sure. I can't tell based on when he drew that. If so, then he's in here. Although it looks like you could have left this. You got a demand zone down here. You got potentially a demand zone. that's going to be left hanging. That's a pretty good pop off of that. That is a 1 hour. So that, I mean, let's pop it up here. Could that be done? Well, sure. Well, look at the nice subdivision here, as you'd expect from him. So we get a nice flat here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gives us the clean 3 here. I'm going to bump that up a little bit so we can see a little bit better. We get a nice impulse here in the 3, so you can see that's the subdivision is very much there. 3 into the 4, down we go for the 5. That's a pretty good reaction. Now, of course, it could be 1, 2, but I'm being more inclined to say you got a good low there. You got anything underneath? No, you don't. Well, look, pretty reasonable. So even if it does roll over again, actually, I don't think you want that to roll over again. Excuse me. So what do we got here? We go to a 15. Let's see if that were to roll over again. Well, first let's see what we did here. Right, and I think I get his stuff here, right? So okay, so we've broken the golden zone. There's 707. Actually, I kind of like the way he's done that, right? So you kind of a faded 707. So it's there, but you're not. I mean, you get clarity here between the 50 and the golden zone. I kind of like the way he does that. The other thing that's unusual, maybe that's the wrong word to use, but noteworthy with PK is that he doesn't bother with candle color, because really it doesn't matter. Well, I mean, obviously his position is that the candle color doesn't really matter. I mean, I think there's some advantage to keeping it that way, but obviously it works for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like you've got a good push here. So I guess you'd make this assumption here that the fact that they can't get that liquidity would be bullish, right? Because it's sitting there waiting to be had. Oh, I'd probably do something along these lines. Oh, here we just use a channel here. Ah, starts already. All right, so we got a nice channel here. That's a pretty good break. Now coming back here potentially, right? You picked up some. Oh shit! We'll put the old SMC from Sonar Labs, right? We recommend them. We work with them, right? So if you're looking for, some people would just prefer to draw it themselves, right? This is perfectly valid to do it that way. It's just nice. It's more like it's efficiency here to have a piece of software draw your attention, clearly identify the fair value gaps, just doing it for you, right? It's just an efficiency tool. Not to promo right off the bat, but we do have. I mention it because we refer people to them all the time, and not everybody uses our link, right? You get a 10% discount if you want to use that, right? So there's my promo for the day. I'll probably keep it at that. So you see, okay, so this is a pretty nice example of market structure in action. All right, so we build this base here, we go up, now we come all the way back down. Now, why would it come all the way back down? Right, so was there's some news here, some news event here? Was it just a bullish reaction in the day? Well, the theory would be that not all the orders that wanted to be executed here were executed, thus this is a comeback to pick up the stragglers. And then look at the reaction. And that's just, see, if you're playing for that, with that in mind, that's exactly what you want to see here. You don't want this to linger down here. You want this to be a true V recovery, right? So, look at the action. Hey, not everybody got filled. Well, we better come down here and pick up the unfilled orders. So you're literally seeing that happen. Now, does that mean we can't roll over and come down to this lower supply? Of course not. But that's an awfully good indication that at least the premise here is being realized. Not everybody gets filled. Oh, back, pick up the stragglers. Off we go. So, PK, I think, would agree with me here. I don't know. If that starts to come back down, I think I would. Well, if it's me, right now, PK knows what he's doing, right? So I don't worry about him. But if anybody else were in this trade, if it was me, if that rolls over again, I'm thinking this is coming down lower, because what's the alternate? Some sort of, well, shit. I mean, I suppose the worst case here, if you were long, would be 1, 2, and we're going to go much lower. We don't have that much lower to go, but enough to where you could lose some money there. I think here with that reaction in the return trip back to the supply or to the demand zone here, I think that's maybe now too much. My view, right? My view. Now, if it starts to run here, what's the, well, obviously, right, it came right into all this supply up here, rejected. So that's the hurdle. It's got to clear. So what you really want here is to see this. Oh, shit, I'm going to have to redraw that. What you'd want to see here, if you're not in it, and, you know, a lot of times people will check these things, these live streams out looking for ideas, setups, right? That's what I asked members to give me. Let's see, what are you looking at, right? What do you like here, right? Maybe we have some setups. We can share that with other members, with YouTube subs, and just kind of teach in that process. So if this is a significant launch here, okay, the retest, but boy, this is going to have to get up here. The position trade would be on the retest of this level here in my mind, right? Can we get out of here? Maybe we get a diag coming out of here. No, I'm kind of just free drawing there. But that would be my thinking. I with that reaction, if they take out that low again, I don't want to be long anymore. So now I'm not in this. So if it's me and I'm like, oh, I kind of like the look of this, I want to see now this. I want to get up here and test some of this. Well, you can see all the potential resistance going to have to fight through, right? That's all imbalance, right? Market doesn't like to leave that imbalance. So it's very, very likely that, you know, it's just a matter of when we're going to come up here and fill all that imbalance, right? So if you could see something like this. Now we're in the discount. Maybe something, bring it back down here, test some of this. Now you got a longer term position trade right there. That's what I would do. And then you kind of tee that up with, oh shit, I'd look at both here. Oh, I kind of like that. All right, so the 50 golden zone supply, right? So this to me would be, okay, if you're not in now, I might let that cook a little bit. Looks like he's in. He's got a nice one. Maybe tighten up the stop, and you're on your way, right? But a good one, certainly a good one technically to keep your eyes on. Let's go. Let's just take a look at it on a higher time frame, because this is when I first brought it up. What are we really doing here? We're talking about doing a 1. Oh, pardon me. Oh, he's giving me an alternate, right? So it's either 1 A, B, C into a 2, right? So that's the in yellow. Nice. Are we doing a flat? Yes, we're doing a flat. 3, 3, 5. What is a flat, right? I mean, this is a textbook flat. It's just a big box, right? It's a big box. What happened up here? I know after the fact, right? I feel you there, but I mean, it's the kind of thing to look for. Oh, do you think that was a liquidity sweep? And how would you know, in the same way that you want to see this action be speedy, right? You want to come out of here quickly. Look at the sweep. Now, holy shit. Right now, you know, we don't have to wonder about it, right? Because the trade took place there. Breakout traders are buying there. I do not know how they survive. I don't think they do long term. Maybe equities, right? Some individual equities, you can trade breakouts. But if you're trading, I mean, here's the SoundHound's an individual equity here, but I mean, it's just such a foolish way to trade. And it's, again, I always propose to you, it takes the fun out of it because you're so fucking stressed. Oh, did they just run the liquidity? Oh, shit, it's just a stress bomb. If you're a buyer here, where's your stop? Here? Seriously. You're not trading the market anymore. You're just trading a random number of risk. Right? You want to try and trade the market. Like, make the market prove you wrong. Not, oh, well, shit, I only risk X% of my portfolio. Because that's all, wherever your stop was there, that's all you could do. Because there is no technical level here. We'd say, oh, well, I'm wrong there. I mean, you were wrong the second we came back. Look at that wick. When were you wrong? Immediately. You were immediately wrong. So anyone who rode that down is just not long for the markets until they learn, right? And then maybe they come back again, right? But this is I mean, I've been saying this for 5 years. This is the single worst place to enter the market at all times in every asset. Never at the pivot. Well, just drop dead stupid simple. Okay, where is? Oh, let's do it this way, right? Are you buying here at full retail? You're paying more than retail here. What you're buying down here? You're buying it on discount. I mean, this is moronic trading to buy that. You're just asking to be bent. You're asking for exactly what happened to you. Just don't. There's no reason to ever do that. I was, oh fuck, man! I thought it was going to run. I didn't want to miss it. Jesus is that more people have lost more money with that thinking. If it's going to run, I promise you, it'll get a retest. And if it doesn't, okay, fuck, next trade, next chart. But you don't want to ever do that. Ever, under any I don't fucking care what is going on in the background, the media, what you heard on Bloomberg. This is just moronic trading. You will not last long if you're a breakout trader. You just won't, right? The market is way too sophisticated now. This is way too. You're just liquidity bait there. And if you don't know that, then all the more you're the liquidity, as they say, right? If you can't spot the liquidity, you are the liquidity. If you don't recognize that that's liquidity, you're not going to be trading for long. Okay, right, so not to get, Jesus, I get on a rant so early. I don't really mean to. It's just like, how does anybody buy that? I don't understand. It's just, well, somebody has to be on the other side of that trade, right? If you want to sell it there has to be someone dumb enough to buy it. There's lots of them. Okay, so thanks for that one. Now, I don't think there's much else to do here other than I'd be keeping an eye on this, because what are we really looking for here? If this is a 2, we're looking for big 3 to come out of there, right? So did you miss it? Oh, fuck, man. Do you have to worry about FOMO here? No. There's no FOMO. Oh, shit. Oh, well, I guess I missed SoundCloud. I can't get in that now. That's as dumb as buying it up here. There's no FOMO here. Maybe you're not going to get the pivot low. That's not where the money is made. If you get an impulse, where's the money made? Right there. Right? It's not picking turns. That's not our goal here. Our goal here is trying to get the meat of the move, not to I got the turn and look, I posted it on. What do we exit now? We don't tweet it. We exit. I don't know. I've completely lost interest in Twitter as of late, but I digress. Okay, let's see. Thanks for that, PK. All you guys, right? The members all came through today. I didn't even have to nudge them. Usually in the morning, I have to go, hey, guys, I need a few more. They were all jumping on this. Okay, so just since I have it, and since I always liked it, for some reason when his link came over, first thing that came over was Nio. And he had all of this teed up here, so I figured I'd share this as well since I had it, right? And I don't have to do any work here. PK's work makes it easy for me. All right, so I've got, what do we got here? Let's go down. Well, let's go. Let me get a little more perspective on this PK here for any of you home players. Well, boy, look at that nice count. That's good work, right? So all the way up into the 5th. Now, what is the 5th of what, though, right? You didn't give me your grand super cycle, I guess we'd call that. So what are you thinking, PK? Is that 1, 2? Well, it sure looks like to me we'd want to be in log scale here, given that range. Yes, I think we would want to be in log scale. Okay, well, so right off the bat, that looks like possibly maybe a 50. No, I like that. I'm going to just see. Whenever I copy their stuff, I get their colors, their tools. I'm going to keep that. Like that. All right, so here where are we? We're right in the now log scale, of course, right? We're right in the pocket, right, where you want to see the reaction. Okay, did we get a reaction? Yeah, we got a reaction. So okay, let's label it here. It's not like him to not put we got to put him somewhere. Let's just throw them up there. What degree have we not used? I think we can go minuet here. Okay, so it's our full history on Nio. It seems to be. Okay, the market only can do so many things, right? Right, here's the premise. Right, we know depending on the degree, that's all the market can ever do, right? So it's either retracing and going external, or it's staying internal, right? We got an internal retracement. Now it doesn't go external till we break that pivot. Somebody going to be up there to buy it? Probably. So that's what you're after here. Just a big swing, retrace, carry on with the trend, right? I mean, is this a downtrend? No. So there's no reason to assume you won't get there. I mean, you got to make some assumptions. It's not likely to stay in this range forever. I mean, it could though. I mean, that's a pretty good range, right? From a buck to damn near a 90 something. What do we got there? 70, 80, 90. I mean, that's a big. The retrace seems to have taken longer than the initial impulse, right? So see this, all of this here. This is what people struggle with in Elliott Wave, right? It's it's the complexity of the corrections. The impulse, that's the easy part. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh, they're a little tricky here. 5, but right. So people start studying Elliott Wave and they go, okay, I thought that's all I was going to get. Well, that is actually all you have there. It's just the complexity of it, right? Now, this is where Elliott Wave skill comes in, because this is just a big 3. That's really all it is, right? It's just a big 3. But to be able to nail all that subdivision, well, it just takes practice, study, learning from other people. I mean, everything I teach was taught to me. I still learn. There's not a day goes by I don't learn something, or I'm not reminded of something. All right, trading, you never master it. It's perfection unattainable, so don't strive for it. Strive for improvement. Okay, so what do we have here? We have a B. Fuck, is that all we've got here? Is that really what we've got here? It would seem we've got an A, B, C. All right, that's a pretty big leg there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll be damned, right? So that's all we've got. It's an AB with a monster C. And as we dig in here, well, how does this fly? Well, look, leading diag, 1, 2. Well, you know his work's going to be solid, right? So let's go down a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boy, this is good, Elliott. Right? And we get, this is a nice thing that he does for members, right? He'll give you the roadmap. So leading diag, right? Textbook. 5 longer than 3, 3 longer than 1. So leading diag, 3 into the 2, 1, 2. Where's my impulse, right? So if this is going to fly, now you can say, why does it matter, right? But I want to see how technical it is. Okay, 1, 2. Here's the 23.6. So we know an. Okay, we don't have to. There is no market. It's not there, right? So here's one. Okay, there's the algo going right to the 23.6 retracement. Okay, so now we get into 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got. I mean, this, I do this out of habit, but I think it for students that if you're learning fib relationships, Elliott swings, etc., there's value in continuing to do this, right? I measure everything because I want to see how it's rolling. How technical are we? Okay, well, where's the highest probability for a wave 3? I mean, if I had a buck for every time I say, well, where's the highest probability, or where's the worst place to? Okay, so you go, oh well, all right, perfect location for a 2, highest probability location, damn near to the tick for a 3. I get a little 4 going in. Now this is all yet to come, right? So we're dealing with wait a minute, looks like we finished here now. Okay, so just hang on. Well, let's see. So this is the internal. Pardon me. This is my bad right there. Right. So I pushed that off. So we're working on this 4. So it's 1, 2, 3. We've got this 4 we're working on. Oh, so let's pull it. All right. This is just standard ops, right? So the assumption is we've completed the 3. So we're going to pull from the 2 through the pivot of the 3. Now here I'm going to change to my stuff. There's a wave 4, right? So where am I? Where's the highest probability location for a wave 4? Does that mean we're going to pivot there? Not necessarily. Looks like that actually looks like it's working on the A wave, right? So there may be more depth there, but we don't want a golden zone here. We want this to stay about in the premium, right? If you think of it that way. So if we're pulling from this 2 through the proposed pivot of the 3 high, what are we looking for here, right? A flat would be fine. This kind of, or a triangle. What we don't want is this. We don't really want that, right? We reduce the probability of this carrying on. So deep 4s not your preference, right? Now, so far, this has been right by the book. Like, literally, you cannot script this. I can't make this up. I don't think I've ever even looked at Nio before. Ever. But I sure as fuck can, right? I get that doesn't require an advanced degree in computer science to go, oh, where's the most probable? Where does it usually? But I say that. Now, that doesn't mean we don't completely collapse here and this thing just rolls over, right? It's always just probabilities. But since that's all we get, if you're trading in the high probability location, okay, pay attention. All right, so, oh shit, what'd you give me here on Let's go down. Let's go to a 30 because I think he gave me something. Now, could we be done here? It doesn't really look like it, right? It just looks like it's a straight shot coming down. It just looks like, oh, that's all self-contained. I wouldn't want to wedge a 3 into that. It's kind of fugly as it is, right? But it looks to me like we're working on an A there. So if I'm labeling, I'm just A, B. Well, I'd rather see a flat actually, but then I can't really make it work, right? Because I need a 3 here. So fuck. Well, that's I don't know what it is. Perfectly honest, it's not really giving me anything clear other than it's all self-contained, right? So that's enough for me to go, okay, looks like an A. I don't really want a zigzag, but maybe I'll get shit, right? Counts change, right? Right now it's textbook, right? So where's the last good trade, right? I mean, catching all that move here. Okay, so as it sits right now, right, and here's what let me put his work back on. Oh, let's say we're doing something, can't remember where he gave it to me, something like that. Right, so maybe we get an A, a B, right, and he's counting on this holding, right, for the 4. Maybe, right? We'd have to see, right, if this carries on, but this is certainly one to be watching. Now, what else would you do here? Oh, let's see. So we have this. What's here that we could work with? See, this is not really relevant, right? It's all of this. So I'd probably pull this just to see if I have anything that stands out here, any kind of high. Well, this is my POC here, but that's way, way, way beyond where I want this. It's not really anything screaming. I might keep an eye on that. Or just a high volume node here, or maybe the ledge before it, something like it. We really don't want that going too much further, but that's about as far as I'd want to see that go. Maybe a tap here. There's a little size here as we stalled. So really, what are we talking about here? It's this little section right there. Okay, well, at least there's some logic. At least there's some idea of like, well, why might it stop there? As opposed to, oh, there's a magic box there. It'll probably stop there. No. One to watch, right? It doesn't look like it's quite ripe yet until we get clarity, right? So if we get a pivot here and we get a retrace, then what do we have there, right? Potential for liquidity. So we can count on breakout boneheads selling it there, right? And then, I should probably be less harsh to the breakout traders. Okay, for anyone who watches my work, I'm going to continue to tell you don't do it. It's just dumb. There's no reason ever to do it. So take my word. Don't take it. Leave it. Up to you guys. Okay, so thanks for those, PK. How's the market doing? Looks like it's coming back. Okay, PK gave me 2. So I got Yang Oliver, not to be confused with Young Yang, gave me this here. He's got to give me a lot here. So this is the China Longyuan Power Group Core LTD. Is that even a symbol? 916 is the symbol? Oh, that's wild. Never looked at this before. Never, not once. Well, does it matter, right? Does it trade technically? Well, that Elliott Wave, that shit doesn't work anymore. Well, it certainly would never work on anything international, right? Oh, no. Maybe in the States, but not in China. No way. No way. Well, there's 50 to the tick on the retrace reaction. So this is all down to the 1 hour. Looks like there's room for more downside. Okay, so what is he actually saying here? Let's get our full low here. Here's a nice example of moronic trading, right? You know perfectly well there were breakout traders selling there. How do we know that they were selling there? Look what came off of it, right? Another just a great example, right? And we got multiples here. You can just you really should start training your eye to be looking for that. So breakout traders here, completely ass raped. Breakout traders here, I mean, it's even worse, right? Same thing again, right? Just again, I've never looked at this chart. Apparently, there are a lot of breakout traders in China, or whoever trades this. Every one of these pivots is just. Do I need to keep doing it, right? I mean, don't be stupid. It pretty much rules trading. Don't be stupid. I shouldn't say it that way. Once you've seen this, you're stupid if you keep doing it. How about we say it that way? Okay, let's go. So he's giving me, looks like he's giving me lots here. Down to the 1 hour. Okay, so I think what he wants me to do is, let's go to the daily. Okay, so we've got, here's our, you like PK, don't give me the higher degree. Okay, so, shit. Let's just call it something. Let's just go with 1. Now, do we have a 2, 3, 4, 5? Let's, I don't know, he's implying more down. There's our golden zone. That's interesting. He's using the same colors. Oh, that must be a thing you guys are doing, right? Same colors as PK, unless that's left over from PK. I don't think it is. Okay, so I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going into an A. Ooh, that's not good. Well, not necessarily, as he's commenting here. Pivot location, reasonable bounce, right? So this he's counterpunching here. The idea would be trade into the B for a possible C to come down here. Sweep that into the 2, right? Now we stay valid as long as we stay above that pivot. But that's a counterpunch right there, right? I mean, okay, right? So we have, there's 2 ways to look at this. Okay, just as we were looking at the last chart, what's the trend? Right now, that's just have a swing and an internal retracement. Right? The implication is that why would you think something other than that? Right? Swing low, swing high, internal retracement, right? It's either going to break down here and go external, it's going to break up here, or we're going to chop and go sideways. Eventually, once oh, I love it how it does that. One side's going to break. So what's the trend? Well, we have 2 trends, don't we? Right? I mean, and this is, you know, kind of a key piece of market structure, Elliott Wave, and the 2 are so entwined with one another. It's really just marketing is the difference, right? I mean, I shouldn't say it that way. There's more nuance involved in there. But okay, high, higher, low, higher, higher, low, right? Is the market structure difficult to understand on the way up? No. How about the way down? Lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, right? So if we get an impulse we have to have, at this degree, we have an uptrend. Now, to facilitate the retrace, we have to go into a downtrend, right? Right? We have to. So we have an uptrend, we have a downtrend taking place in the midst of an uptrend, right? It has to happen. So when I say what's the trend, really the question is, well, at what degree? If we go down to a 15-minute, right? What's the trend? Sitting here at a daily, trend's still higher, right? It would be higher until you break that low, right? I mean, that's the low that led to all this. So until we break this, trend's up. Wait a minute. It's been down since October 21st. How can you say it's up? Well, how are you going to define your trends? All right, go to a 1 hour. I'm pretty sure we can all agree that's a downtrend. So why would you be sitting here looking to be a buyer, right? If I break into he's forever Longyuan to me, but Yang now. He goes by Yang. 3, 4. Okay, let's see here. 1, A, B, C into the. So we're going to expand the B into the 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is nice work. Yang. Change your name on me. It screws me up. Okay, so there's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boy, that's a free fall. So why be a buyer here? Well, there's the golden zone right there. Let's go. He wanted me to go down to the hourly, down to the 1 hour. It looks like there's room for more downside. Buy at the golden zone would be very nice. Well, so right off the bat, what you're like, oh, wait a minute, man. This thing's in a raging downtrend. Why would I want to be a buyer there? Well, this is where you have to, there has to be some context. So, okay, so 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 coming down for a 5. Does it look like we're done here? It looks like we might be. So let's get in there a little bit. Well, so what I will always do is, I'm always working backwards. Okay, so could I be completing down here at this 5? Well, I kind of want to look and say, okay, do I have enough? Well, let's just label it. Do I have one? Is this 1, 2, 3, 4? Looks like it might need a little bit more. Let's go down to something. All right, looks like it might need a little bit more to come down here. If that's 3, 4. This. That's kind of gnarly. So you'd have to do 2 there to go 1. Oh, fuck. There's an impulse right there. So sometimes it's just a process of where are they? All right. So a lot of times it's okay. Where do I see it? Where can I see clear impulses where it's not subjective? I can be completely objective. Where can I see it? And then can I string it together? Okay, well, there's an impulse right there. I can see it. Right? It's not up for debate. There's an impulse. Okay, well, where's that fit? It doesn't look like I can go 1, 2, 3. It doesn't look like it's long enough. Shit, I can't remember if we're in log or not. 1, 2. Phew, that is close, isn't it? It is actually long enough. If I'm assuming I'm right on the pivot, maybe. Yeah, it is. Let's double check it. Oh, he's got these lines here. Okay, so can you guys see that? That is long enough, right? We are through, right? So we have a candidate here for a 3. But you wouldn't want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Because you'd have an overlap here, and this is unless you're doing 5, 3, 5. Yeah, it's a little gnarly here. Sometimes I regret digging in. A, B, C. I'd have to go 1, 2. Well, there's nowhere to get that. Let's go 1, 2, 1. Oh, fuck. Well, everything overlaps, right? So this is a tricky one. You got overlap there. Where do we get no overlap? Maybe we can do this as 1, 2. Yeah, it does look like it has more to go here. So I think you're going to have to do it this way. Here, let's get this off. 1, 2. You're going to have to do it this way. I'm going to come back to this. 1, 2. We're working on 3, 4, 5. Looks like that's what's underway here. Because here's the clean impulse. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Looks like it's got more to go. You're going to have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get your 1. All right, so you're going to have to do it that way. Bring that over, right? Just keep an eye on the 4. Looking for that 3 and that 5. This is at a higher degree. That's going to be lower. So let's go put that in something we can spot here. So, yeah, this yang. Anyone trading here. Well, that's kind of a tricky one. Okay, so if we pull back, though, to that, so if you like the idea of it here, what's the first thing you want to consider? Okay, what's the risk reward, right? If I'm going to take this trade on the anticipation that I'm going to pivot down here at a golden zone where we know an algo is going to fire, right? Doesn't mean it can't roll over, but we know there's going to be a reaction there. What's the risk reward? 9.18 to 1? And all he's doing is targeting the prior pivot. right? Reasonable. I might even bring that down, right? Say right there. Okay, so now it's 8.3 to 1. With that as your target. I mean, he's going for a little more. He's just looking for the B. So what's the safer way? I would let this thing finish. I want to see that come down here. Oh shit! Right. If we kick like this, I want to see a reaction. Right. I rarely will just leave a hanging limit order. There are times, but typically depends whether how I'm trading it. If I'm trading with options or just in the market, I want to see a reaction, and I want to see an attempt to get that low that fails. I mean, at some point there has to be a low that holds, right? It has to be. But at every pivot, you're looking, oh shit, are they going to go run it? Oh, are they just going to go run it, right? So you've heard the phrase, buyers at lows create new lows. Why? Because where are the stops? Right below, right? So then you buy it, where's your stop? It's right below, right? So that's why you get these kind of moves like this, because the stops keep getting run until eventually there's no more sellers. And then, right, the people that kept buying, right? And then they give up. And then what? Oh fuck! I knew that thing was going higher. Where if you didn't have to take the 15 stops trying to pick the turn. If you wait and then let it come back down here, right? And then you've got at least so think of it this way: if we were to see that, just to use this as an example, right? What's happening all right there, right? We just looked at it, right? Stops are on the other side. So you've got the buyers trying to pick the low. And then you've got the sellers that are taking advantage of that. Where are they putting their stops? Right? Every swing is this liquidity. So you've got all this easy liquidity here. So for bulls, can run up here, grab that liquidity, right? So all the shorts get stopped out. Now they're like, oh fuck, man. Oh, well, all right, I made a little money there. Bulls see that. If you're waiting down here, well, this all has to come down here. Right now, you got to wait for that to come down into where the demand is, right? So if I just kind of idealize the setup here. Oh, okay. Well, can I buy in this demand zone here? Can I buy it in the 50% range? Well, what's my risk reward there? If I do it like this, what's my risk reward there? 15 to 1, and that's not even going up to his target. First question where's the liquidity? Where are the stops, right? Ask anytime you're looking at a chart. Okay, where's the liquidity? Where's the easy liquidity, right? The market makers can grab. I'm assuming here. Well, this is trading on the I think it's trading on the NYSE. Where's the liquidity, right? Well, this would be easy to grab right now. At some point, right, we can't rally unless there's a low that holds. There has to be one. They go, can't hold it, can't get it, can't get those lows, and then you got what you're looking for. But all of this, at least, right? So at least here, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. At least here, oh wait a minute, change of character. And if you break up here, oh shit, we'll just use this. Geez, never first click. Break here. Oh, maybe I got to break a structure. Now, it's up to you whether you want to define a trend change on one or you need two. Two breaks the structure, right? Two confirms it, right? One, candidate. Two, breaks the structure, confirms. Oh, well, we got a trend change. Okay, good one. Thanks for that, Yang Oliver. I don't think there's anything to do here. Let that start showing you, at least get you some change of character, right? Just give me a higher high, something to lean into. Otherwise, it's just more down, right? And all of this. All right. Oh, Pizza Man. Okay, Pizza Man. How's it going, man? Pizza Man, been with us for a long time. Good trader. He's a patient member. He's waiting for me to deliver some new content, which I'm working on. Let's copy that. Excuse me. Look at the market rally all the way back. Holy shit! It's just a crazy time to be trading. Oh, I think we are now. Let's see. That's 50 points off the low. And we'll look at here. Let's look at the ES real quick. Oh, let's go to a 15-minute. Just for fun, since I just spotted this. Here's the price action, the ES, right? Straight down. Now here's the retrace. How far has it gone so far? From the low, well, 22 points, 20 points. That used to be a huge day back when I was a broker. 20 points in the S&P was. Now it's morning, opening range. It's nothing. Okay, let me get back to Pizza Man. Jesus Christ, I'm drawing a blank. What the hell is CHZ? I know it. I'm just drawing a blank on it. Oh, shit. Here, hang on. What is CHZ is? So, Chiliz. I knew it was something like that. Chiliz. How do you forget that? Who doesn't love Chiliz? All right. Okay, Pizza Man. What are we doing here? Okay, let's just focus for a second. Okay, this is a... Okay, so it's always easier when it's your own chart, right? You know what you've done here. So we are in log. Okay, so here's our absolute low. What exchange are we on here? For some reason, it's not giving me the exchange. That's odd. Well, let's hang on a second now. Is this the low? Looks like that's a true double. Well, I guess technically. Oh, you got to call that a double bottom. I thought you might be able to go 1, 2, maybe 1, 2. It's not a great subdivision there, but certainly we wouldn't call it corrective. WXYX. Looks like he's got a candidate for the Z to be in. So just being sure you can see that. So you got an ABC, 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 right? So you get a sharp triple, or sharp double, I guess we'd call it. So 1, 2, looking for 3, 4, 5 to come out of there. Okay, let's see how that flies. 1, 2. Well, fuck. How are we getting that done? We need an ABC here, right? So this has to be the C. This has to be. How are we doing that, Pizza Man? Oh fuck. Boy, that is ugly, right? So you whew. The 2 here is so big, you almost have to. Fuck, that is gnarly. I can't say I love this. Well, okay, so I don't know if Pizza Man's on here, but he'll likely watch this later, right? So let's just think of it. That's 1 and that's 2. If this is 3, now we have to do it as a diag, right? Now it looks like we'd have to truncate here. You probably get away with an ABC there, ABC, ABC. Looks like you're going to have to truncate that because we have to get 3, right? So this would be the A, the B, and 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not the prettiest count I've ever seen. But the count is not always the priority, right? What as I try to remind people, right? Even though this is where we go to try and organize the swing structure, the count is third. What's more important? Fibs and geometry. Well, look what we have here, right? Look at it within this channel. Look at this set of median lines. What do? Again, stuff, you can't make that up. That's to the tick. I can't make that up. I haven't looked at Chiliz in months. That's a perfect tag of a median line. Look at the reaction. Now, that doesn't mean we can't roll over, but you're anticipating the reaction here, right? You got it here as well. Right, so the 80% is long burned, right? You got your 80 here, you got it again right to the tick there. So now the question is, if we focus on here, I'm going to put that in. If we focus on the outer edge here, well, that's going to be some resistance. Then we've got the Vegas wave as well. Note here, right to the in between here, right? Get a little wick through. But no, what you really want to pay attention to is what side is the 233 on, right? Here's where we go into a downtrend, right? It's going to take a lot to flip that over. So if we come into his lower count and say, okay, well, here's a candidate. It's just that. It's a candidate for a hard low. So this is, we'd be trading with the premise that we have the low. The low is in because then I get a 5 that comes off of it. Okay, well, that's a good start. 1, 2, 3, 4. We doing? Yeah, we can do an impulse here. We don't overlap, and we get a triangle in the 4 up for the 5. WX, so we're getting another WXY here because that you wouldn't call that a 5. What am I? Fuck, I'm on a daily. Let's go to kind of a chop monster down here. Oof. One of the drawbacks of going down to a lower time frame, that's so ugly, I'll go up so as to not, that's just, there is no count there. It's not, don't try and count that. There's no point in it. Longer, wider swing structure. What's the implication, right? I got a 5 implied and I got 3 implied. It's not there yet. But that is, well, what you can look and say, wonder why that's happening, right? Well, this is, going to be it's not technically the POC because you had more here, but you can just see it. There's no real edge here. You have no, what's the only edge you have is where it's located. If I pull this up, let's go, let's just do just the golden zone here. You'd like to see it down here, right, at the POC. So if this comes a little lower as he's laying it out for you guys, WXY, right, in line with the channel at the POC, where we'd be in our sweet spot for a 2, then you're looking, well, she's teed it up here for you. Right, so if we can fill down here, then we got a pretty good looking target there. Now, it's not likely to do it in one swing, but that's what you'd be after. So can crypto get some legs? It's teasing it. There's some positive signs in the background, but we're not there yet, right? And just here looking at on a 4-hour, right? At least you want to see the Vegas wave flip. Let me get on the other side. Let me get the 233 underneath the technically the Vegas wave is the 144 and the 169. I added the 233 kind of as a buffer. Let's get the Vegas wave on the other side of the 233. Because then I can look at this and go, okay, I know exactly where I am, right? And that there's comfort in that, right? Now you could be wrong, but at least you have certainty when you pull the trigger. Say, well, right now that sure does appear as certain as we ever get in trading. Sure looks like I got a 5 followed by a 3. And I'm at a technical level at the POC. Again, not magic boxes. There's rational thinking here. It would be logical. Oh, well, shit, did all the orders get filled here? Well, we don't know, right? But it's reasonable to anticipate. Oh, look at that. We came out of there with a fair value gap, right? We had some imbalance. Whoa, what are we doing here? Do you see all the imbalance here on the way down? Talk about imbalance. Look at that fair value gap, right? Right there, all filled in. Right, these don't go unfilled, right? You got another one up above it, right? They got filled in here. Uh-oh. My machine's acting funny. Hopefully we're all right there. Uh-oh. Application launch. Oh, fuck me. What is that? Another program added an extension. I'm going to... Oh, fuck. I don't know what that is. That's not good. We're in the middle of a live stream. I don't know what just happened there. All right, guys. Oh, fuck. Hopefully my machine's not going to freak out on us. Okay, WXY. Hold down here. Chiliz. Now, if you're a buyer down here, what's the next thought? Okay, what kind of risk reward would I have here? Where am I wrong? Could use something a little bit lower. Because so why do I do that? Why not just put it? Fuck. Why not just put it one tick under the 65? If the premise is that the algo is going to exit there. Well, we are seeing more and more, right? Because I've been teaching this for a long time, right? Now people have changed it. Now it's there's the 66 and the oh fuck, what's the other one? The 70, right? 707 has long been time, but you see this is getting wider, right? This is not like the best kept secret in trading anymore. By a long shot, right? I see people using it that I don't know, I know where they got it, right? But They don't acknowledge it. And the way that I try to acknowledge Halsey all the time, but the only thing I did to Halsey is Halsey's work is I added the 65 because I kept seeing it do this, go past the 618. 5 years ago, I said, well, why don't we put the 65 on that? Now it's part of trading TA. Right, my small contribution. Okay, so if we get here, what else do we have here, right? Just as we had the median lines here. Now, if we pivot here, I don't have a golden corner, but I have a corner, and I have 80% probability if, right, always the emphasis, if this pivot holds, I got 80% odds that I get there. Let's take that up. Oh, fatten me up a little bit. Okay, right, so I got 80% odds that I get there. All right, so let's just use that. Let's tighten this just a hair. Let's go to that 707. Okay, there's a little over, about 4.5 to 1. Not good enough for you? You want to wait for the golden? Well, you might get left hanging there, but you might get the golden, right? If you get the golden. Or the other thought is, in terms of how you approach trading this, you might take half your position here. So if it runs, you're in, and tee up another half at the POC. Right now, that is going to get even better, right? That's going to have, right? So your add here, now if we add to the 707, now you're on your add. Your add's going to be 8 to 1, but you're going to split the fill, so you're going to be somewhere in the middle. Put this down at that 707. So you're going to end up with approximately a 7 to 1. Why would you not take that trade? Only one reason, right? Well, maybe two reasons, right? You see something you like better, or you're out of powder. Otherwise, that's a great looking trade. If you get stopped now, here, how do you fuck it up? Don't use a stop. Well, I mean, again, if you're position trading, you may not want to use a stop. But if you're trading it, as in I'm trading for that swing, stop. Or if you're trading with leverage, of course, right? You got to have a stop on it. All right, thanks, Pizza Man. Oh, and I got another one from Pizza Man. Pepe. Pepe. I don't even know what the fuck Pepe does, right? Some sort of meme coin. But let's look at it, right? Because if it moves, there's money to be made. Is there some use case for Pepe coin? I truly do not know. Don't really care. But can we trade it? Excuse me. Oh, look at them. S&P all the way back to VWAP. Okay, so Pepe. Well, I guess Google sounded stupid when you first heard it too. Okay, Pepe. What are we doing here, Pizza Man? Okay, let me squeeze back a little bit here so I can get some perspective. Holy shit. Pepe moves. Jesus. Well, that's going to be too far, right? So let's. Well, look. Do you know what he's doing here? So this is okay. Do we need to label that? Not, probably not, right? So, let's see here. Let's do this here. Well, obviously we're in logs. Well, shit, man. I should double check. Did you not give it to me in log scale? Maybe you didn't. I think you didn't. Okay. Well, let's stay with the way you gave it to me. Jesus, what is that? 5 zeros before a 4? Apparently, there's a shitload of this stuff. Okay. Well, here's what he's done. This is not, so whatever this is, that's moonshot, right? This is why people like to trade this kind of stuff. Okay, so impulsive correction, right? So at the end of the day, it's the same shit, just in more extreme version. Same thing, impulse, internal correction, order block, looks like a demand zone right here. Okay, swing. Now, why do you assume anything other than that? Are we going to go down? Are we going right? So what's the alternative, right? We're going to do that. Where's 0 here? Now, again, I shouldn't say because I have no knowledge of what the purpose of Pepe coin is. But I can see a 5 here. God, this looks like the last one. What was your last one? Well, this looks like the same thing over here where we had that. Anyway, I digress. 1, 2, 3, triangle, in for the 5, A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like we're trying to finish out that C. Okay, so we've got a 1, 2. He's going after the 3 of the C here. Okay, that looks good. Okay, I'm going to just pull some of this out of here. This one, that's his golden zone. Okay, so here's a, it looks like he's drawn this here. This is a potential. I'd probably fatten that up a little bit. So you've got a potential. So what do you have here? Rally, base, rally, right? That's how we, in our ninja tools, right? That's how we define an order block. We make a distinction between a supply and demand zone and an order block. That's rally, base, rally, right? So the theory here is that because you have the imbalance here, this is something, a little teachable moment. The idea here is that you get the imbalance here. So for whatever reason, buyers overwhelm here, right? And then there's a little pause. Well, why is there a little pause? Well, it's not unreasonable to deduce in this that, and this would apply to any rally base rally or rally base drop or whatever the case may be. But in a continuation order block like this, you have this imbalance here, right? So we know buyers were aggressive here, right? And they overwhelmed sellers. Well, what's happening here? Likely you have the people that caught this move start taking a little profit to solidify the gains here. Okay, well, if they're selling, who's buying? Well, this, I don't like this term, but let's just say bulls, right? So the bulls that caught this move here, if they start to sell it because they want to take some partial profit here, they start selling. Well, who do they have to sell to? Well, they're going to sell to retail, right? Retail is going to come in here and start to buy to try and get on board here. Rally, base, rally, right? So now sometimes these will go deeper. You can get deeper, and then the latecomers, they panic sell, and then it ends up going. But the idea here is this is a reaccumulation, right? And then look what comes out of it. More imbalance, right? So rally, base, rally. Okay, so let's come back over here. So A, B, you can just work into the C down here. Again, it's technical. It's right at that demand zone here. You've got this high volume node over here as well, and so you come into a wedge, so you got a perfect technical corner. And of course he puts some median lines around it, right? Because he's well aware of the potential here and the odds play, right? So we have good odds here that we get to the median line. Why would that be a good target? Well, let's just take a look here. So we went deep on this, which doesn't invalidate, but we don't have our, where's 707? Let's put a 707 on that. Right, so we go 707, 786, 786 on the pivot, excuse me. Sorry guys, damn allergies. Okay, so I got 5 followed by 3 followed by 5, right? So let's go down, let's go to a 1 hour. I'm gonna get that. What do we got here? I'm going to free up some space here. Okay, so I've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming off of that low here. So we know we broke the golden zone, but we can pick up another algo here. All we need is a 50. Let's go just golden zone here. So right, if we can pop into this little pocket right here. All right, we've got a candidate here. We can get it's not the same algo, right? It's a different algo, right? With different targets, right? But this is right here's 1, 2, 3. So if I got that, now I've got a 1, 2, 3, which sets you up. So right now it's hurry up and wait to come back down. What do we got here? So we're at a 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like we got an ABC started. Oh fuck me, Jesus. Come here. Okay, so A, B, C is what you're after there. All right, so it's just hurry up and wait. If we come golden, right, then we get a golden. All right, so we'd have a golden within the larger degree here, which is not a golden, but we still have median lines, right? So if I can get that golden inside, well, then I'm looking good here, right? So then I've got a double kicker, right? So I've got algos will use the median lines. I'm coming off of this pivot here. I've got a wedge. I've got a 5. Now, if I get the 3, yes, I want that trade. What's the risk reward, right? This at the end of the day, do you want the trade? Okay, well, whoa. Before you take the trade, What's the risk reward on the trade, right? Let's focus on not how much we're going to make, but how much is it risk. 7 to 1 here. I'm just eyeballing that. You could use the 786, right? Since this went 786 on the last one, you might think, oh, well, shit, why don't we use the 786 on this one? Let's, since it's here, right? So let's use just a little bit below that here where we had that demand zone here. They may be coming back here to pick up some latecomers there. But here, right, I prefer it here because I get an algo working with me. Right there. So if you're labeling here, 1, 2, you're looking for 3, 4, 5. Let's go micro and put that in white, right? I mean, okay, there's your roadmap, right? Now, here's the key piece to the whole thing. Once you set this up, you have to disconnect from this outcome emotionally. It can't be like, oh, boy, I really need this one to go. I really need Pepe to be the one that goes. Right? You can't think that way. It can't be that way. It has to be. It's just another trade. It's funny. There's a good educator out there. His YouTube, I think his channel is something. Is not just another trade. Right? I couldn't disagree with him anymore. At least emotionally. Right now, you can put all the weight of the world on your trades if you want to. I think that emotionally, that's going to be soul robbing. Right? This is supposed to be kind of fun. There's got to be some element of enjoyment here. Otherwise, if it's just grind, right? And that's why I say, right, to buying, selling breakouts, who wants that stress? I want to set the thing up technically, put the trade on, have a stop, know my risk, accept it like a handshake. Okay, I accept with myself. If I get stopped out, I'm willing to accept that. And I know it's not going to knock me out of the game, right? What's that? Name of the game, stay in the game. Okay. Now, that is just another trade. To me, right? That's my view emotionally of how I think about it. I don't really fucking care. If it pops, great. If I get stopped out, next trade. Because it's not about any one trade. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Okay, right? Lots of cliches. Okay, so let's go. Thanks for that one, Pizza Man. I appreciate it. Oh, Jesus, I'm just looking at hate to miss that. Okay, so that's all we got on Pepe. CN Salazar. Oh, I appreciate CN Salazar. Always comes through when I'm looking for content for the live streams. I appreciate him and a good trader. Oh, Velo 3D. I think he's given me this before. This must be one he's in that he likes. Velo 3D. Metal 3D printing. Sounds cool. All right. Let's free up a little space there. What do we got? Earnings are today. I guess they're today. Yep, today. I mean, that's this afternoon, right? So, always high risk to play into earnings. I just got spanked on that on Tesla's earnings. Hey, I have losing trades all the time, right? So it's not about being right or wrong. It's about being profitable, right? So when you go into a trade on earnings, right, you got to accept the risk, right? I did it in options, right? So not going to break me. But you know that risk, right? If you're going to trade into earnings, roll the dice. Let's get some perspective on this. Jesus. Okay, what's the trend? Right, we don't. I mean, we could make a case here that maybe the trend is potentially starting to turn because we're no longer getting lower lows, but it would be hard to call that an uptrend, right? Now maybe down at a smaller degree. Now we're on a 3-day here. All right, when we get that close, I start looking for 0. Okay, so we could make some just basic analysis here and say, okay, are we buying it at a discount? I think we could probably all agree that that's the case, right? If we just use the last swing here, well, here everything down here is discount, so we are definitely buying in the discount. Okay, good to buy things on sale. This 80% from this, so he's got a modified shift on here, I think. Is that modified here? I can't fuck. Fuck me. Is that? Yeah, we're shift, excuse me, right? So since it's corrective, right? So he's coming right down here for a shift. And we've got, well, you see his swing retraced to the 50. Here's the target down here. So that actually lines up pretty well. But what's the trade here, CN Salazar? Let's see. So I'm assuming you guys see this here. So here, this is the swing, the retrace 50 to the tick, and here's the target right here. Now, if we get that target, it's a candidate here for a liquidity grab, is it not? All right. So where's all the liquidity? Think there's some stops down here? Yeah. Is there anybody on the planet who can't look at that chart and know where the stops are? Yeah, there are, right? Breakout traders think, oh shit, that thing's going to zero. That's how they think. You got, it's kind of tricky. I wonder why you chose that. I would not have chosen that myself. Oh, that's, sonar, right? So much for that. I would have, well, we don't really get a great reaction out of that, but I'd use all of that here. So really, you can make a case here that this is already, or if you cut it in half, right? Are we already mitigated here? And that would be the thinking, right? You've already come into the discount zone of this order block, so if we're coming back down, you better get out of here pretty fast. Now, is there another pivot here? You can make that case, right? Obviously, they used it here, so here's, what'd you do there? Swing back to the 50, swing back to the 50. We got a big target down here, right? So you can see the potential for this to come down here, sweep the liquidity at these lows, get all those stops out. You're going to have brass balls to be a buyer here. I wouldn't, personally, I'd wait for something, show me that you've got a higher low, which you can't, by the way, you can't confirm a higher low until you get a higher high, right? You got to get the change of character here and potentially, right? What would this be, right? Break of structure, right? You got to get a trend change here to really start to want to be aggressive here, but you could get reaction trades out of this. You're very counter trend, right? It's just swing, retrace to a 50, swing, retrace to a 50. Why, right? At some point, you got to look at this and go, oh, something's changing. We've got a change of character. Right? Otherwise, the only thing you have going for you here is well, fuck, okay, it looks like it's on sale. It's too late to be a seller, right? If you want to be a seller when it's retracing, right? We're already in the final move. Oh, I suppose you could make the case that this is another form of retracement. We've already gone 786, maybe. It's not how I would approach that. I'm not sure what you're thinking here, CN. Fellow 3D. Let's go to a daily. Let's see. I'm assuming he wants to be a buyer. I think he's a short seller. But maybe he is. This is all my stuff. Let's get it out of there. This is all just that low. I say I love this. What do we got here? That's this is your God MA? Yeah, it is, right? So we came right to the 200, and if we have a 50 here. 1, 2. Well, it looks like you got another one there. So let's go to a 4-hour. Right? Remember, once these start, it's a series. Right, that's why they do it. Series, right? Swing, retrace, golden zone, target. So what would you be thinking there in terms of a finish? 1, 2, right? I mean, why would you think something else? Right? So, I mean, this 3 could come lower, right? This could go lower, right? So if that's 1, 2, and this is some sort of sloppy. Fuck, what will we even have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, fuck. Right, that is a 50. 1, 2, 3. Fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh? That does look like that's done. Seeing you didn't label me here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, 4. Looks like that's your 5. All right. Maybe what he's looking for is the long here. Let's think about that. Maybe I'm just misreading it. Hard to miss that. I don't see. Wait a second here. Well, no, that would have to be it, right? So this has to be. This would have to be the 1, 2, right? So that they match in size, right? We've got all the. This is a classic 4. It's just a flat, right? So we don't progress the trend. Then down we come for the 5. 1, 2. Oh, that's ambitious. ambitious. Maybe. Hey, or maybe I got my ass up in my head. I got my ass on backwards here. Let's see. Maybe this is what he's thinking. Yeah, I'm quick to be dismissive of it, and perhaps I'm just all wrong. Okay, so let's see about this. All right, maybe a leading diag. It's not the most gorgeous I've ever seen. Maybe I have to do it like this. I guess we got to do an fuck. A, B, C. It's a chop monster. I can't say I love that, but the 3 coming down here. This would be hurry up and wait for me. I don't like it enough to do anything. Right, especially that's 618 to the tick, target off to the tick. Right, so maybe 1, 2. Shit, maybe I'm too quick to dismiss it. I'll probably use the whole move down here. All coming down. Come a little bit lower. Shit, I mean, I guess you'd have CN. You'd have a decent risk reward there. You'd be looking for something more substantial off that. Yeah. Well, if you're trading it that way, right, very clear where to be out. Right, you can't have if you're trading this as a 1-2, and that's a little shaky on the 2. On the 1, excuse me. Jeez. Excuse me. I can't say I love that. Damn it. So sorry, guys. I suffer so badly from allergies in this town. That's about best I can come up with there, CN. If you're really wanting to trade this, at least you got low risk here. At least you got good upside. If that's going to go to a 3, holy shit. You would have a decent risk reward there if that's 1 and that's going to be 2. A little over 10 to 1. I sure would want to see something, a little baby 5 here, some sort of 5 come out, and then get on that. Okay, I've got 2 from him. I'm so sorry. If I could move, I would. Okay, so I got VLD and VNQ from CN Salazar. God damn. It really plagues me. It's a miserable existence. If you suffer from allergies, you know what I'm talking about. There's no getting around it. Okay. VNQ. No, that's not what you wanted. You wanted, that's VLD. Did I grab the wrong one? Maybe I grabbed the wrong one. VNQ. Copy link. Unless you gave me the same one twice. Yeah, you did. Okay, so let me try over here and see if I can get your other one to come. Fuck, that's the copy. Here, let's try. Fuck, no, that's not gonna work. You gave me the wrong one there. See it? Sorry, you gave me the wrong one. I don't think I can bring that up. Let me see if I go VNQ. No, it won't do it. Fuck. Well, here, let's try this. Let me try this. That's going to be the other one. Okay, so now when I've got your stuff, so if I go VNQ, which I don't even know, Vanguard Real Estate. Okay, so yeah, this will come up with your stuff. Okay, yeah, I got it, CN. I just had to, thanks, man. Guess he's watching. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's a lot I'm not sure what's happening there, so I got to pull back on that one. Just see where we are. Holy shit. All right. Okay, so what do we got here? COVID low. Vanguard Real Estate ETF. Well, I'm going to assume they're not doing commercial real estate. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's kind of I guess you'd have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So this is our top, no matter how you slice that. Fib fans, speed fans. Okay, right, there's something there. I'm gonna see, and I'm acknowledging, right, and people can see here. Oh well, here's the what do you got here? 786, 764. Here's the golden zone. So there's some meat on the bone with these. It's not something I use often, so not to disrespect them in any way, but I'm just gonna try and break this down a little bit. So I can see what we're dealing with here. I'm going to take that one off. I don't think that's their best product. Okay, let me Let me just get in here, see what I've got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, first question, where are we? All right, so here we're coming off of a golden zone, and we're to and through a golden zone here. So you guys see this, right? I'm assuming you do. Okay, so well, so right off the bat, right, what do you see, right? You see a 5, but you have to check it. You have to measure it. Because we overlap. So let's just see if I can fly. All right, so this is okay. That's typical in a diag that we don't get 618. We get 127, 138, but we have to have 5 longer, and I'm not sure it's going to make it. Oh yeah, it does. Right. So okay, so we can call this a leading diag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So the criteria is that 5 has to be longer than 3, 3 longer than 1. So hard to dispute the 5 there. Sure looks like 3. And then what's your next thought? Oh, is it technical? All right, did they use this? It's a wick, maybe. Maybe, right? When they wick it, did they use this? Right, because what's the algo going to do here, right? If the algo is going to be out there, it'll just roll back a pivot. Okay, so well, let's label that fully a candidate B. That the implication there, if this is going to play as a zigzag, is there something I'm missing here? I don't think so, CN. I think we got that. Okay, so we'll go with A, B, C. Oh, fuck. You got a clean target down here. Not sure what's going on there. Sorry. So if that's the B, I mean, there's not much else to do other than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe. Why would you? Why would you think something else? So I'm asking that to myself as much as anyone else, right? If this is an A and this is 3 into a B, excuse me, and we've just done a 2 right to a golden zone. I feel like I'm missing something. Am I missing something? I don't think so. If I'm at a golden zone, what's the next thing I'm going to do? Golden corner. All right, so that may be too steep. May have to switch to modified, but I don't know why you would think something other than this. Oh, because you're a bull, right? Maybe that's why. But if you're a bull and you're looking at those technicals, are you still bullish? I mean, I don't know how you. Maybe you're bullish 3 to 5 years. I don't know how you're bullish on that swing structure. Let's take the Elliott out of it. What's the current trend? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower, right? I mean, until that changes, why would you do anything but be shorting? Where are you, Sam? Are you on? Oh, you're on. Yeah, the chart I posted is slightly cleaner. I don't know why you would think anything else, right? I mean, this is literally, we're dropping algo after algo after algo, and we got a zigzag, and we popped off of a golden zone. How would you think anything else? I don't know how you would come to any other conclusion. I'd short the fuck out of that, right? Look at all the room you have there. This is Elliott 101. You don't have to be a level 3 Elliottian to figure that one out. 5, followed by 3, followed by 5, followed by 3. Now, when I say that, right, I'm being glib about it. I shouldn't be that way. There's nothing says the market couldn't do that, right? I mean, these are patterns that are prone to repeating because people tend to do the same things when it comes to money. That's what we can say. Right? This is a pattern we can identify. Probably 1 trillion times we've seen something like this. Probably more if you include all the time frames and all the different assets, right? So we can recognize it. Doesn't mean that it's guaranteed that we're going down here, right? So don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But we don't get certainty. We get probability. Jesus, I can't even speak. I'm so sorry. It's bad today. I don't. That's like the easiest setup I've ever seen, right? And so let's go down. So if that's the one, let's see if we can take it even further, right? Let's really get granular with it. Here, we can hide that for the time being. Okay, so do we have a 1 started here? Because if the 2's in, what are we looking for now? We're looking for the 1, 2 at the next degree, right? It's just like would be. Oh, fuck me. Come here. Well, I don't know. This looks very 4-ish to me. It looks like we're in the 4. We're looking for the 1, 2. Right, that's the next trade. This looks like we're in the 4. It's a little ugly. 1, 2, 3. That's classic 4. It's not a great looking 2, but you don't really have much else to work there. And maybe it's a fuck. You can't triangle that, so you're gonna have to go 1, 2, 3. That's very 4-like. So if I'm forced to, it's kind of ugly, but let's just go with it. It could be a triangle here. You're looking for that, right? A, B, C, D, E. Right? It looks like you got a candidate for a triangle there. Something along these lines, right? It's when you don't recognize something, immediately in your head should be, oh, triangle. Likely, right? Likely at this point in time, this flies out of here and a different story. But right now, that looks like we've got a little triangle 4 going in, and I'd rather see that complete, right? So because I'd want to see the 5 complete. Now, if the 5 completes, you could counter trend this A, B, C. You could counter swing that. I mean, once you see the advantage of getting something where you have a clean pattern like this is you can play both sides of it. If this is the 1, whoa. All right, so I could trade. Remember, if you in our purple belt testing, 3s and C's. Well, I can trade that C. Right, that's a nice looking little trade there. Now it's counter trend, right? So when you go into that trade, you got to know I'm going counter trend. So additional risk because I'm fighting the tide, which is lower. Any earnings on the horizon? No. 1, 2, 3. So it's probably worth pausing there just to note. When you get something like this where you have clear, like crystal clear Elliott, you got a big advantage, right? That's an asset you want to work, right? Because you can work both sides of it. A little sloppy down here. I'm so sorry. But it looks like looks like you had to go A, B, C. Little wiki down here. And apparently they stayed with it. Although if that's A, B, C, could be a little Elliott. That could be a little hopium hit there. Little Elliott shuffle. But I think you would have to go 3, 3, 5 to get that to fly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, let's label this, right? So that actually looks like, pardon me, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C, golden. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's also a diag, right? So now you got this as your 2, trying to get that done. B, C, right? So you want to be more conservative. You wait for the retrace here. Again, think about how much you're going to lose if you're wrong, not how much you're going to make if you're right. Should always be the first question. 6 to 1. That's using the 786. You don't have to use that much. I would, I think, on this, right? I'd give that a little room. And then maybe you take, it's a bite here if we're going higher, right? You average in that cost. But don't do that. Right? Now you got 2 to 1. Right now, I wouldn't do that. Let's say it that way. Right? Why? Take the jab. Don't take the cold cock to the chin, right? Don't take the uppercut to the chin. Take the jab. There's a jab here. Up here, that hurts. This, you get in the ring, you're going to get hit. If it goes a little higher, don't be like, oh fuck, if it's not golden zone, I can't take it. Right? I'd reload again. But why? Look at the risk reward. I still got 10 to 1. Until we are up here and we're breaking this and it can't be a 2 anymore, you're still looking for shorts there. Just, okay, jab, jab. You say, well, why don't I just do it once? Well, if this starts to go, could really keep going. All right, my suggestion, always take the jab rather than the body shot. All right, you can shake that off. Okay, thanks for those, CN. Ben B gave us a beauty last week and wanted to know if I traded it. I didn't. I remember looking at it. The funny thing is, I spend all my time on TA, and I have much less time to trade than I ever thought I would starting this business. So my trading has to adjust. Oh, this looks kind of interesting. What do we got here, Ben B? EOG Resources. Got a blue alt, right? So I got a 1-2. I got a candidate, 1-2. Yeah, I see your point. Well, just so here, I would start with my measuring tool. Now, right, this would influence me. Where's the highest probability location for a 3? Didn't quite get there. I can see the impulse in there. Retrace 4, right? We don't know. I better double check that. Do we overlap? I don't think we do. We don't, right? So you've got a textbook. Does anybody here think that that's just coincidental? You think that's coincidental that they come one tick from overlapping the 1 and don't do it? Really? All right. One tick. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like I got a 1, 2 here again. And we go third target. Okay. So nice. It's an impulse with an extension in the 5th. Looks to me, right? So how it's hard. Well, he didn't label it, but it's so obvious he didn't need to. Right? Is that complicated? I'd be leaning hard into your blue count myself, Ben B. But 1, 2, 3. Okay, right. I see how he's coming to that. So how far would we be here? Right, just out of curiosity, we're well past. This would be, you're in 3, 4, 6, 1, 8 there. That's a big rip. Right, to do it all as a third, and plus it kind of, I know, right? He knows what he's doing, right? It's hard to see that as anything but a 3. Now, if we were to come lower here, maybe you're back into, is that an ABC? ABC is a bunch of ABCs. I'd be much more inclined, since you've got the good, clean subdivision count, to stay with that as a completed impulse, which is your blue count, which means it changed. So why does it matter? Because it's changing where you're looking for the next swing. A, B, where are we looking for it? Down here. Now, just because that's where we're looking for it, and that's where it typically goes, doesn't mean we couldn't pivot at the 38, right? And that's kind of the thinking of, like, he's kind of hedging here. Not with me, but in terms of the TA. Well, it could be a 4. It doesn't count as cleanly. And I see his thought, right? Being okay. It's a 3 into a 38, right? That's a high probability zone for the 4. Maybe. See, part of that is I've said this many times, right? But it's just something to keep in mind, right? So if you can keep them all self-contained, right? It's also once I'm trying to connect this to this. If this completes, I want to detach those two. That, a lot of years of doing this. That doesn't mean I'm always right about that. But when I can see it, the impulse completing, or maybe a better way to do it is with channeling, right? Channeling is one of the cornerstones of Elliott. All right, so, come here. All right, if I can get this thing, right now we've got some overlap here, and I'd probably, this is what I would do. I would do that, and then I would clone it, and then just get a runner on the edge of it. right? So just all I've done is just added another 25% to it, right? So here's, right, or I should say 50, right? So with that, I get perfect geometry. Now, I don't want to be connecting these two. They're disconnected. In my mind, they're disconnected. This completes. This is the correction of it. Now, just because it doesn't make it here doesn't mean that it can't be the correction. 3. Actually, that sure looks like a 3 there. Well, this is tricky. Okay. Man, you gave us a good one here. So it looks like I got... No, it looks like we're okay there. All right. So here's the focal point. Right, and this is just the process, any Elliottician, right? What are we doing? Where are the 5s? Where are the 3s? Right? That's really, at the end of the day, that's the name of the game. Can I spot them, and do they present cleanly, clearly? That sure looks like a 3, right? This is a kind of a skinny. That's not a great one, right? But it doesn't look like you have a clean finish on that 5. But certainly you would call this a 3, right? So sometimes it's just, God damn it, it's the implied swing count, right? That sure looks like a 3, right? We wick the top, right? So it's most likely the most likely. Well, okay, so 2 things are happening there. What else is happening there, right? Right? Do we have to review? Who bought there? Inexperienced traders. Let's be friendly. Let's be kind to them. How do we know they're inexperienced traders? Look what came off of it. Is anybody having... See, if you're buying up there, how much fun are you having? You're having no fun. What are we on, a daily? Day 2, you're very uncomfortable. Oh, did I fuck up? Oh, man. Wait a minute. Where's the liquidity? Oh, shit. I am the liquidity. Yet again, that's why you... As long as I'm doing this, as long as I have breath in my lungs to speak and preach and teach, don't do this. You're just asking. You're asking for that. I say, please bend me over and take all my money. Whenever you do that, somebody does it. Got a 5 down. Is that a good 5 up? Looks like it could be. It's a little sloppy down here, right? So we're not. It's not ultra technical. We're a little sloppy on both sides of it. The count is a little iffy, right? So, you got to decide. Like, can we get the 5s and the 3s? Yeah. Is it the best one we've looked at today? No. Is it tradable? Sure. Right. I mean, you could have talked yourself out of that trade. Well, didn't golden zone, right? I didn't get a golden, so I'm not gonna. Well, let's say you did that, right? You're like, well, shit, no, I really prefer to get them in the golden zone. I prefer to get them in the golden zone, but here we got wicks coming through, right? I'm on a daily. Those are closes below, right? So you had 2 choices here. One is to go, okay, well, that algo is not in play here from this pivot, from that pivot. How about from this pivot? Oh, shit, I didn't like that one. Or I took it here and I got stopped out, right? So here, this is very, very, very probable, right? Somebody said, oh, shit, look at that, right in the golden zone. Oh, I'm going to take it. Right. So at the very least, let's hope that you moved your stop to break even so that when this happened, all you did was scratch. Oh, then it goes again. Oh, shit, let's try again. Well, he told me, right, I should probably try it twice. Looks like you got another one on the other side here. Remember, always now go on the other side, right? You got one right here. Goes to target. So you're like, oh, fuck, man, I get stopped out again. Shit, well, I guess I'll just walk away from this one. Guess this EOG Resources, stop playing ball. Right? And see, you take 2 losers, and then this hits. And you're like, look. It's incredibly common. Oh, fuck that one. Fuck it. Right. And then you come back and check it. What have we got? 1, 2, 3. A week later, you're like, mother. What? Woulda, shoulda, coulda. I knew that thing was going higher. Right. Haven't we all said that? Right. I knew. Right. So my point being, if you miss here, don't necessarily give up on it. Right. So now look what comes out of here. Okay. Right. Now we're waiting. Right. Sloppy. Oh, wait a second. Right. So I use that analogy. The Elliott often it's elusive. Right. You're like, fuck. there's smoke there, but I can't quite see what's happening, right? It's not pinging. And then out of nowhere, perfect impulse. Then you can't like abandon this. Got to keep an eye on it. So that's why you have a watch list, right? You say, that fucker, well, I couldn't get that low. I tried. I lost some money there, but boom, look what comes out of it. Smoke, fire. Okay, so I've got a completed impulse. What's the only question now is, oh shit, I got a 1-2. I got a candidate. I got an impulse. Out of the smoke comes this. So if this is 1-2, if that's 1-2, and there's no reason it couldn't be technically, sure, it's not a golden, but I still get a corner. As I remind you, when I get the pivot here, right, it doesn't have to be a golden. I still get my 80% odds. It's just that you had a few stops along the way. Oh shit, right? Well, now if you're not being stupid, shouldn't say it that way. If you're being responsible about your money management, this shouldn't be a small loser, break even, small loser. Oh, finally gets it. Oh, starts to go. Right? Oh shit, maybe this is the one that's going to go. Oh fuck, right here, I'm right in the pocket for the 2. Boom, I know I got 80% odds once I get a corner. That's why it's a corner pocket. Once I get that corner, I got 80% odds. Goes right to it. And it does it in an impulse. You can't let this wreck your head. You got to be, okay, there it is. Okay, so now, there it is. Now what's next? Okay, well now out of the smoke, oh, there it is. Okay, so what are we expecting now? We don't know. No, but there's no knowing. We can anticipate if that top is in. Well, there's a 38. Wouldn't that be just a perfect, A, B, C? I don't know. I don't have that. I don't know that's coming, but I can forecast that. It's what I would anticipate. Now, what if it goes higher? Oh, well, okay, maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe this is all yet to come, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is, oh, fuck, where are you? This is the 4 right here, right? Oh, shit, look, it's right to a 38, to the tick. Oh, I got to be able to rethink that. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could that work? Yeah, that could work. Let's go to a 4 hour. Is that there? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's skinny, but yeah, well, fuck, it could work. Okay, so maybe it's a 4. Do I have a 3 there? Well, shit, it's not great. Can I maybe hopium? Hopium hit? It's not much. Well, shit, I take that back. You got a little, tiny, little, minuscule little 5 to finish that fucker right there. Well, I guess I'll go down there. That's, see, I don't love that as much, but fuck, am I? What you basically, well, okay, so there's 2 things here. Get ahead of myself. Right? Back to market structure. We were talking about rally, base, rally. Well, here's drop, base, drop. Right, same thinking. Right? So this becomes your base. Drop, base, drop. Right? It's a continuation of supply demand, right? Think of it that way. Here we call it order blocks, but people use that word so loosely now it almost has no meaning. Okay, so here's a potential, right? Potential, right? Was it respected? Nope. Right? It was just potential. Or you might say it this way. You might say, well, it was there when we pushed out of it. Is this picking up orders? Maybe, right? That could be you're talking yourself into it. But it wasn't respected on the way back up. Now, what do I have here? I have a big. Well, pardon me, I don't really. I just you don't have a true fair value gap here. I might if I go down to a smaller time frame. No, I may not. But you certainly have an imbalance. There we go. No, I still don't have one. I don't have a true fair value gap, but I have from close to open here. I have some imbalance here. That's kind of as weak as this is. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. This one, I think it's a bit of a hurry up and wait. Let's wait and see what comes out of that. Because what are you looking for here? Your anticipation is, here is this. And we come deeper. That's what you're looking for. I'll bring this back down here. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. You want the 4 down here. Oh, I'd probably pull it from here. I really actually don't want it that deep. Can I get you up there? Here we go. That's what I'd prefer. A, B, C, hold the 50. You got a demand zone. Rally. Rally. Fuck. I'm so bad with that thing. Rally. Base. Rally, base, rally. Rally, base, rally. Rally, base, drop, right? I mean, there's a lot of different types of them, right? It's either continuation or reversal. That's what I'd be after there for the C, looking to play that long. Oh my God, the market's all the way, almost all the way back. What do you think? Some of the best trading happens when I'm either Friday doing a video or Wednesday doing a live stream. But that is okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm almost done here. Shit. If you have time, could you update ES from Friday's video? Thanks. Yeah. Some of you members know here. I just did a members video here because I was just, I don't know, 5 years. Sometimes you know, I just couldn't see anything I liked. Right. So Bitcoin was doing nothing, ETH doing nothing. So I just gave them a short video here. But let's go look at the ES. This is a really wacky. Well, there's a 30-minute. Look at the retrace here. I saw down. So look at the V. Excuse me. I'm so sorry, guys. Look at the V's, right? Just rejection. Just rejection. But you're getting it on both sides, right? We go up and we reject, up and reject, right? So this is a very nervous market. Now we have CPI tomorrow, so that's going to dictate what we have here. Anybody? I mean, do I need to even do it? Do I need to even draw it? What happened right there, right? Liquidity grab. You know, PK, who's my go-to guy when there's a count that I can't figure out, he was thinking we were finishing with a diag, but I don't see it. It's rare that I don't agree with PK. I just don't see it. So he was thinking that it was, oh fuck, A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think so. Unless we break that, it just didn't have the. I don't know what he'd have now. So you got a series of 3. So, jeez, this is really so fucking ugly. Well, okay. So what influences my thinking here is that I don't have the sum, and I think PK is 1 has the hard top in. So let me pull back here and we'll finish on this. This is my count now. That doesn't mean it's the right count by any means. I'm never ever am I saying that, right? It's just my count. So part of what's influencing me here is that I see this as a flat into the 2, and then we get this is very much influencing my count. I'm going WXY into the 2 here, which is abnormal. It's funky, right? It's not your typical, okay, let's just play straight Elliott ball. Is it valid? Yeah, it's valid. 3, 3, 3. Right, so ABC, right? So you follow me here. Now you could likely interpret that differently, but the way I see that, it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, right? So the 1, 2 is in, and this is the 3, which the implication being that the top's not in. Now I think PK has the absolute hard top in, right? And he could very well be right? I mean, rarely do I ever want to be on the other side of his count. But to me, this looks like we've got more to go. Right? So, yeah. Let's just do a little measuring, right? So what are the tools? Let's see, how do you figure out? How do you know? Well, no, you don't ever know. So first, let's be clear there. You never know. Nobody knows. If anybody tells you they know, they're just turn and run. They're going to try and pick your pockets. Right? Nobody knows. Now I can look there and go, okay, that's mighty steep, right? But if we're going to go up, and if this has 1, 2, and we're still looking for 3, 4, 5, could we get there? Well, next year maybe. But if I just start to squish this up a little bit, right? I really am looking for that 3 to come in higher. Now, this is a little funky, and then I'm working with I'm getting a C here that's not as low as the A. But I don't think you're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh shit! I shouldn't say that. No, I wish I could find PK's count. Boy, that's a. So how do we do that, right? What could do that? Well, if you read any financial media right now, that is the question, right? Is the AI boom, which many people who I really very much respect and fundamentally analyzing the market say it's the equivalent of the Industrial Revolution. It's the next technology revolution. So if that is the case, boy, hard not to stay bullish. Now, I don't know that that's the case, but I hear their argument. My feed, which is much like yours, I would imagine, right? It's very much focused on what's happening in the markets. Literally 9 out of 10 articles about AI. It's all I see, all I read. I email stuff to myself 5 times a day. I can barely keep up with what I'm emailing to myself. There's so much content. So is AI going to do it? Well, all the ingredients are here. What's the absolute essential component emotionally for a bull market, right? It's got to climb a wall of worry, right? There's got to be, the sky is falling, sky is falling, sky is falling. Fuck. Most, what's the word? In 20-something years, the fastest rate increase in 20-something years, and we're rallying? I think you can get now, just in banks, you can get what you get from treasuries. Right? So the banks are having to kick up the juice that they're offering to get you from pulling your money out of the banks. This has got potential. I'm reluctant to call a top here in the S&P, right? Now I've got short option trades on. Right? So it's not like I'm saying, nothing but up, but it's just, it's hard. This is what I see. Now, I sure as hell could be wrong, but it doesn't look to me like we're done. Where is this COVID? No. Oh, where's COVID? Oh, fuck. Here's COVID. All right, hang on. It's a 38. Let's come out of log. It's a 50. It's a 38 in log. It's a 50, damn near to the tick. I'm struggling to be bearish. I know this is not clean, right? You have to do it in, excuse me, you have to do it. You got to do a combo, right? Because there's a clear zigzag. Well, there's a clear zigzag right here. Right? You can't not call it a zigzag. So what do you do up here? It's not a 5. You can't call it a 5. It's not a leading diag. So you got a clear 535 right here. So you got to work backwards. So it's got to be some sort of WXY to finish here because you're working backwards. You got a zigzag. So this has to be an ABC. Has to be. Well, pardon me. Shouldn't say that. If we take out this pivot, then the odds of that are much more probable. This would have to be a zigzag. So now you have to build that in. Okay, well, if that's a zigzag, what the fuck is that? I can't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I cannot. Well, if you're going to apply Elliott, you can't do it, right? That was my first thought, right? And it was PK that was the one who corrected me. They're like, oh no, hey man, you can't do it. 5's not longer than 3. I'm like, duh, right? Because it's in your mind's eye. Oh, what do you mean? There's a 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. What? How can that? Right? But if you want to be applying Elliott, right, which I would tell you, you're better to live by those rules than not, right? It will save you, right? You're going to be wrong at times, but it will save you. So 1, 2 looks to me like we're still climbing in the 3. And the implication is that that's got more to go. Well, you think their algo's long? That's the big boys. That's whale meat right there, right? They eat there and they barf it up there. That's a horrible visual. I shouldn't say it that way. For some reason, I had image of whales. What do they eat? The crawl, and then anyway, right? So 50 to the tick. So let's see if we can put the whole thing together. And then I got to get out of here. Do we have a corner pocket? We do. Right? So do we not have 80% probability of getting there? Yes, we do. As long, what's the only thing that could change those odds? That low has to break. Now, if we're breaking that low, some serious shit has gone down, right? So I won't say it. I was going to be political. I won't say it. Some serious shit has happened there. If we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we go up here and we tag that, and see, that's the kind of thing you go, oh fuck, come on, man, no way we're going up there, no way. I've seen it take 3 years. I've seen this way too many times to bet against that, right there, way too many times. Right now, that doesn't mean you can't swing trade in here, but long term, I don't know that I'd be getting out of my 401ks, and I shouldn't. Not giving financial advice. I shouldn't say that. Me personally, right? My bias remains long, right? Until this starts to break down, and we're all of a sudden we're getting. I know you can't see in there, right? I would need to see big fives coming down like this. Right, 5, 3, 5. I'm going to see. I need to see it, right? Because you could probably go WXY and come down here for lower and keep some sort of bullish content. But this is the key right here. That 80% odds is in play, right? And I promise you, that's not retail trading there, right? It's not people trading there. The only software can do that. Can stay long like that, right? That's why they use it. Because the human beings, no, are you fucking kidding me? You're gonna stay long here? You're not gonna be tempted to take profit here, or you. That's why they use software to do it. No emotion, just stays long till it gets there. Okay, guys, I got to wrap it. Oh my God, the market probably put in a new high today. Right, that's why again, don't count it out. What happened today in the S&P? Stocks went on sale. That's. Okay, guys, have a good one. Thanks to all the members that posted. Pardon my rant here. Looks like I may have lost a few. Oh, shit, I don't know how. No, maybe we didn't. Right? I may have lost a few recently. Okay, thanks, guys. I appreciate you hanging out. I'll be back on Friday. I didn't do one last Friday, so I will definitely do one this week to any YouTube subs. And trade carefully, right? The swings are extreme right now. Okay, guys.